Go. Okay, Chris, tell us about your dog house.
This is the, don't point at the dogs. This is the canine D-LUX. On the roof here is a water catchment system. It's made of old buckets where we chop the bottom and the top off and then reattach them together in order to make a shower catchment system. You can see, I'm going to take this off, that there's a drain in here that leads down to the PVC, and all these collect water, catch it, it goes in the PVC pipe. Can you aim it down there and see that? And then you can turn this off and on, or off if you don't want it to, if you just want it to collect, or on if you want it to drain into the dog's water bowl and water the dog. This whole part is, here, bring it over here. This whole water catchment system is demountable. You can see here these bolts inside, and there are little wing nuts on the back side that you can unscrew. This is the roof. There's a little 2x4 roof cap here. The sides and the whole thing is cut by a CNC machine. We laid the parts out in AutoCAD and SketchUp and created a template to cut on. These sides feature these little grooves that do two things. They provide aesthetic appeal and some nice, create some nice shadow and light. And then they also remove material from the plywood and make the whole structure a lot lighter than it would normally be if that was just solid. You can see there's also this track around the outside, which we use as kind of a template to put fasteners. So all of our Starhead fasteners are in there. You can see on the front here, this is the thickness of the rib. The outside lamination is 1/2 inch plywood, then there's 3/4 inch plywood, and then another 3/4 inch plywood. We fix those together with fasteners, screwed and glued, and then clamped them and let them sit. This is the food and water tray. The water goes here underneath the water catchment system. The food bowl goes here. This is also removable, and you can also put it in at a lower level based on the height of your dog. If you have a puppy or just, you know, a smaller dog, you can change it to whatever height you need to, and you can take it out for food. This was also cut by machine, otherwise these holes would have taken forever. But it kind of is just, the purpose is to give a little basking deck to the, this is cedar plank below for the deck material, and it just kind of set in between the ribs. For the overall design of the project, we looked a lot at the Pompidou Center by Richard Rogers and Renzo Piano, and took the idea of taking the function of the project and putting everything on the outside. So that's why you have the water catchment, and then you also have, this is a solar-powered ventilation fan, which was donated by ICP Sunsay Systems, and it actually collects, it's a photovoltaic cell on top that collects solar energy, and then uses it to power a couple of AA batteries, so we can actually store power and run the fan through the night for about, I think it'll run for 48 hours, even in the dark, which obviously that's more than the typical night is. But so you can, it also has a LED light. The front of it right here, again, you have the grooves that have been cut out so that we can remove material, and you can see there's a detail. Well, the front wall is removable in order to clean the doghouse, so you can actually just put it here and slide it out. And you can see, here, green and close, that we have, this is a little detail that prevents water from creeping in when the front face is behind there. I don't know how well you can see this. Here, let me see it. I'll do it for a second. This is the back side of the vent in here, the solar vent. You can actually, it has an LED light. You can turn on or off. You can also set it for intake. And you probably can't really hear it, or exhaust. But you can also open and close it if it's raining. You can pull it this way and close the damper so there's no air getting in at all.
Show me the light again.
No, here, you just hit that little button, and it has to stay on. But and you can also see that our windows in the back here. Here. So, well, let's go into the back side then. It was designed with these handles. The idea is that you can pull the front off and shake it out to empty the bedding or whatever you have. These are the windows down here that provide clear story lighting, and the interior is painted white too, so that the light bounces around in there a little bit more. But it's plexi, and then there's some silicone sealant, and they have all these handles. The doghouse sets on these skids here. Those are made of a material called Trex, which is some kind of compressed plastic product that is impermeable, and it actually is pretty heavy duty, and the purpose of that was to keep the structure itself up off the ground, because you don't want water leaching onto it and leaching up in and delaminating any of that wood. I think that's it. So
Good job.
that's the K9 D-LUX.
Good job.
Thank you.